All right. East China Township Board meeting of October 2nd, 2023 to order, please. Clerk, please call the roll.
Supervisor Lestrade.
Yep.
Clerk Smith here. Treasurer Hart.
Here.
Trustee Beagle. Here. Trustee Blackstock.
Here.
Trustee Richley.
Here.
Trustee Knox absent.
Yeah, he said he wouldn't be here.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Agenda, I actually have no changes. You do, though.
Yeah. I wanted to talk about, just add as a discussion item, MB6, I guess, to discuss the park and recreation, plan, to update it.
5-year
I just
plan.
wanted to discuss, yeah,
And is it MB6, is you want to do? All right.
yeah. I'll make a motion to approve that as amended.
Support.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Minutes, same thing. We give a chance to look them over. Any changes? If not,
I have one thing, public comment, the lady that spoke about the pickleball courts.
okay.
With that being said, I'll make a motion to approve the minutes as amended.
Yes, okay.
Oh, sorry.
I did have a
Agenda
correction
change?
on the disbursements. It was added wrong, so no.
And you didn't catch that?
No, that's for this meeting though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
On the
It's
agenda.
not for the minute, it's not for the minute.
Yeah.
Not for the minutes.
So backing up.
Yeah. It should be $3,197.87, not the $2,999.
Can you repeat that?
$3,197.87.
Do we need to make a new motion for that then, Cindy?
No. You can do an individual amounts.
Okay. Yeah, the agenda really
You
is.
say each amount.
Okay. All right, minutes.
Mhm.
With that change, you've made the motion, Ms. Richley?
Yeah, yeah.
Is there support?
Support.
Ms. Gable? All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? Presentations, guest speakers. Unless you're here to arrest somebody, I assume, thank you, I appreciate that.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Good, hello,
For the record, my name is Jim Spatterford, I'm the Sheriff in Clark County.
thank you.
This evening, you have the report of 3 stats from the township. I did review over them. They're basically different than the last couple months. There's a couple of calls extra here, a couple more calls here. But overall, it seems to be pretty consistent with township statistics. Do you have any questions on those? Okay. Second thing I want to touch is manpower in the township. So Deputy Siegel was the East China Township deputy, one of them anyway, and she interviewed and got a position with the drug task force.
With where?
Drug task force.
Oh, okay.
So she went through the process, did a good job, so she got selected. The replacement for her for the rest of the year is Joe Holford, I don't know if you mentioned before. Been on the sheriff's office a couple of years. He just received extra work from Fort Gratiot for a shooting up there with the Great Lake and Hoser on the job. Got a traffic stop and chased the guy to a house and got a sheet in the window of them as they approached the house. So, unfortunately, we didn't have such a great end. They're not anything the officers did on the police. So, we're here at the end of the year looking for a replacement. At the end of the year, coming into the 2024 year, we'll have Deputy Leo and Deputy Shute.
Oh, we're losing Andy too?
Excuse me?
We're losing, Andy, we're gonna lose April, then Andy too?
Yes. So we just recently did shift it. We shift it every year to see where.
Okay.
We shift. And these would have been aligned to be in the township here. We have to really get here and put it in the spots. Both the individuals have been well, we're both on our SWAT team. So we're both highly trained fucking tactics and, areas that might be problematic. So that's a huge plus for having them here in the township area. So I'll make sure that they actually safety. If the local will come in, we'll communicate with you guys. And always, if you have any questions or concerns about anything that's going on with the township with our services, you can call supervisors. So if you want to, please call me directly, because I'll directly look into and get back to you about anything or any concerns with that being said, I know we have the contract coming up, and that's down later in your agenda. I'll stick around when we get there for any questions.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, public comment? See none? Consent agenda, C1, departmental reports attached, and then C2 is the Park Commission meeting, August meeting minutes. Everybody get a chance to take a look at those? So I entertain a motion to approve the consent as opposed.
So moved.
Mr. Richard?
Support.
Ms. Hart? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Disbursements, Ms. Hart?
We have disbursements, payroll in the amount of $34,195.22. Accounts payable in the amount of $689,611.17. EFTs in the amount of $12,450.79. E-checks, $302.30. And tax disbursements in the amount of $2,010,112.71, and invoices $253,525.68, with a grand total of $3,197.87. I'll make a motion to pay the bills in that amount.
Okay. Ms. Babel, support?
I have one
Ms. Ritchley?
question. Well, actually, probably multiple questions, but, under.
You get two.
On the check register,
Yeah,
I talked to Cindy about this, but the UHY bill for $41,725. That brings the total above $50,000 for the bill for the audit. The thing that I wanted to ask, is there a way that did anybody ask to get a discount for them being late?
I did not, I never even actually talked to them about it. Did we have an itemized invoice for that, I would assume?
Yeah.
Did it cost us more in fees or penalties to have it late?
I do not believe so.
No, but the agreement that they had with us, though, I'm trying to, hold on one second. The agreement was, hold on, here it is. On page 5 of the agreement, it says Scott Hoskins, CPA, is the engagement partner and is responsible for supervising the engagement and signing the report or authorizing another individual to sign it. We expect to begin our audit on approximately April 3rd, 2023, and to issue our reports no later than June 30th.
Mhm.
They issued it on July 28th.
Right.
And so, a couple more days, we could have potentially lost our revenue sharing. There's different things that could have happened, but people that, you can search it on the internet and stuff, and it shows that it's late. And to me, it kind of makes us look bad, even though it wasn't our fault, or on our end.
True. However, they put all this time and effort to get it done, and we're not aware of any obstacles that they encountered along the way, whether it was internal in there. I'm not saying it's okay, I'm just saying we're gonna go out for bid.
Right.
I don't think we should hold money back or not pay them
The only.
because it was late.
Right, I agree
my
with paying,
opinion.
I agree with paying them, but I think at the base audit, we should get a discount of some sort.
Well, 41,000, we paid them, what, 10,000 before? There's something to initiate at the beginning? Is that?
I can't remember the exact amount, but yeah,
Yep.
somewhere around there.
That's over and above the estimate that they give us.
So,
Itemized, I know, we get an itemized.
just point of order, what you'll want to do is if you want to discuss this at length, you'll want to remove it from consent and just move on and add it as an agenda item. What I would suggest, because you're at
Yeah,
consent right now.
I think that's a good idea.
Disbursements.
This particular
Yeah, we're in
disbursement.
disbursements.
At disbursement, you want to remove it from the list.
Okay. I'll make a motion to remove
To new business 7?
yeah.
Okay.
Support.
or MB8,
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
I'm sorry, what, who?
We're moving it
Richley
to-
by
Taking the bill off of the consent agenda, moving it to an action item.
Richley Hart.
Richley Hart.
Yep.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay.
Now, for the disbursements, do we,
Did you have another one?
yeah,
Okay.
We removed it, so
okay.
I'll make a motion to approve the rest of the disbursements as presented.
Right, and there was support, so I think,
Yep,
you made the motion, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Support.
Mr. Richland
Sorry.
was-
Hart
Support
and
it.
Babel.
Okay,
Right.
sorry.
Right, on
The
the,
original.
on the, right.
So what are you doing right now? You're
Yes.
making another motion?
No, this is the disbursements, Hart and Babel.
Hart and Babel, okay, to amend it to accommodate for that?
You good- you
Yes.
good with that?
Moved?
yes.
We good with that, Deb?
Okay,
All those in favor say aye.
it's a roll call.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, disbursements, okay.
Roll call vote, Treasurer Hart?
Yes,
Trustee Babel? Yes. Trustee Blackstock?
Yes.
Trustee Richley?
Yes.
Clerk Smith, yes. Supervisor Westbrook?
Yes. Okay. Old business done. New business, law enforcement services contract, St. Clair County Sheriff. You have in front of you the renewal. Is this for 3 years? Okay. First year, 8.44% increase, and then 2.86 the next year, 2.51 the following year. There's no shocking surprise there with the cost of everything, inflation, everything, I would assume. Does anybody have any questions about the renewal contract? If not, I entertain a motion to approve.
So moved.
Mr. Richley? The support?
Support.
Mr. Blackstock? Clerk, please call the roll.
Roll call vote, Trustee Babel? Trustee Blackstock?
Yes.
Trustee Richley?
Yes.
Treasurer Hart?
yes.
Clerk Smith, yes. Supervisor Westbrook?
Yes. Thanks, sir. Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Okay, number 2, set dates for 2024 budget workshop and public hearing. You got it too? I don't remember.
You don't
What did
have
we
it?
say, Cindy, on that one? We don't have a new business
Oh.
too, so I don't remember.
What's that?
I think we're just supposed to come up with our dates and say it. And I'll put them in the minutes.
Yeah, but we talked about it at the, I believe it was the staff meeting or, I don't remember which one it was. You remember what we talked about?
I don't have my calendar with me, but we
Yeah.
talked about last meeting in October, and then if you wanted a second workshop, you'd have to figure that out and then approve
Right.
the budget with a public hearing in November.
Budget workshop, the next meeting, you guys.
The 16th is our next
Yeah.
meeting.
We'll have a workshop before our meeting, if you would like, 6:30?
6:30 or 6?
I say you think an hour's enough.
Whatever you think you need.
Exactly, I would say 6.
What is it?
6.
We need a motion for 6 o'clock?
We didn't make a motion yet, we're just talking about it.
I might be a little late that day.
6 o'clock?
I'll be coming from Ann
Okay.
Arbor.
It's all right.
Yeah.
Do what you can.
So we're gonna just do the first meeting workshop, or are we gonna?
Public hearing will be the following meeting in November.
First meeting in November?
Yep.
And if we don't get it all done on the 16th, then
We'll get it done.
we'll do another date.
If we have to, we'll have to do them before the public hearing, yes.
Well, as long
Yeah.
as we get the information ahead of time, the preliminary, we can
Right.
make our notes and ask questions and.
When does the parks have their next meeting so they can,
Not till after our second meeting this month.
so they'll be after this 16th?
Well, they've been
submit-
asked,
Hopefully they can-
all departments have been asked to give us
Yeah,
preliminary.
They
their
submitted something.
budget for
Yeah.
their department by the 1st of this month, so I don't know if we received anything.
Yes,
Yeah.
the Parks Commission has submitted their
okay.
budget to
Okay.
you today,
So we should
the
have
supervisor.
information. Okay?
Okay.
We should have stuff to work with for the next meeting.
So
So
we're
6
saying
o'clock,
6 PM on the
16th?
16th?
For the workshop.
and what's the November meeting? I don't have a
I
calendar.
have my
November 6th.
6th?
Mhm.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll just make that at the meeting, right?
Yep. Are you making that a motion?
You are?
Sure, I'll make a motion that we set the date for the budget workshop on the 16th at 6 PM in the public hearing, November 6th,
At 7:30?
7:30.
I support that. Any comments, questions? If not, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, thank you. Next item, DPW truck. Our DPW supervisor has come up with a truck that was scheduled to be replaced for this year. It's in his budget.
Didn't he just get one?
They're on a schedule,
Okay.
rotation schedule.
Due to cost increases, the quotes reflect.
Is there a plan of who gets the truck? Like, how do they rotate? Do we know?
The oldest one goes out.
Do they auction it? Or are they trading it in? Or?
Usually we've auctioned in
Yeah.
I know we're kind of just talking about this openly right now, so I just have to bring this up. I did go by the DPW on Springboard, the yard the other day. And there's a pickup truck back,
There's,
switched in between the, like.
there's
like-
two of them.
Like, what are we doing with that stuff?
They've been instructed to put those on the auction for 6 months now.
Okay, just so they're not just sitting there rotting away looking
Right.
like a hunk of junk.
They're retired
In a
vehicles and
residential area.
they should be auctioned off.
yeah.
They've been,
Yes.
we've asked him to do it
We
for
don't
quite a
allow
while.
residents to hang on to dilapidated.
I will
no.
tell him that the board
Vehicles.
requests those to be gone within 30 days. Is that
Thank you.
acceptable?
That makes sense.
Okay,
Yep.
all right.
All right.
I assume he wants the half-ton truck because of the cost increase. He's
And then
looking
one
to-
has a plow and one doesn't.
I don't think he needs a plow truck, actually, he did tell me that. I think he wants to go with the half-ton model, 43,362.10 out of his replacement budget, and then he needs $2,588.90 out of our general fund. Because of the cost increase of the truck, so just everything's gone sky high. The last one we bought was 30-some thousand last year. You know, it's three-quarter ton. Isn't that crazy?
Yes.
Well, if we auction off some of those other. there's two.
Yeah, he's gonna,
You might
I'll
get
tell
that
him that the board is
2,500.
instructed, we want it gone within 30 days. You should get more than that, there's two of them. now.
Yeah, that's why I said that should cover the extra cost.
Yeah, I've been on him about it. Okay.
All right, so we're gonna go with the half-ton.
Yeah, I make a motion, we go with the half-ton truck as he wants for $45,951. The DPW replacement equipment, number there for $43,362.10, and we'll have to take $25,88.90 out of our general fund. I mean, do we need a number for that, I would assume? Or where does that come from? You're the treasurer. You got the money.
Yeah, I wish I had them. Well, I don't know what fund that would come from.
Contingent
Yeah,
What's that?
There's usually a little extra little
right.
contingent or.
You want to do it on a contingency fund?
If it's there.
It's there, I believe.
When is he getting this?
It'll be this year, the end of the year.
So,
Do you want to just say contingency fund if we have the money? If not, we'll figure it out.
well, if he auctions,
Oh, yeah, well, he'll go back in the budget too, right?
yeah.
Yeah,
then we
that's true.
can
We can
pay
take
it
it all
with
out of his
that.
replacement equipment budget, and then he just got to replenish that fund with what he sells those other trucks for.
There you go.
That
Yep,
way,
That's fine.
Perfect.
that way it'll do it.
Yeah.
Get it done
If we
if he
overdraw the
wants
account
it.
for now, he'll replace it by the end of the year.
Right.
That makes sense. All right. So we're gonna do his budget number right there for the total amount, $45,951. I'll make that a motion.
Support.
So please call the roll.
Roll call vote. Supervisor Wester?
Yes.
Clerk Smith, yes. Treasurer Hart?
Yes.
Trustee Babel? Yes. Trustee Blackstock?
Yes.
Trustee Richley?
Yes.
All right, thank you. Moving on, new business for is the seal coat machine. I know he's had this budgeted for a while. I'm still getting past all these other bids here. Don't need to. Yeah. Well, there you go. Replacement equipment fund, he had 78.5 budgeted for this, so he's only gonna spend 137.90. So we're okay with our numbers already with the truck.
Hopefully we'll have time to do this thing, because they've never done this before. We always hired this out.
Right. I think it's long overdue, to be honest with you.
The cost.
Yeah.
And it's gonna work out. In your opinion?
Pardon me?
Do you think this is a good idea?
Yes, I do. I've been bugging him to buy it for 6 months, to be honest with you. Kept saying he's gonna buy it, and then I haven't seen it until now, so. The workshop paid off evidently.
Are we gonna have somebody to operate this, and
Right.
we're always shorthanded, it seems.
Fire and everything else.
Yeah.
Didn't hear you, sorry. What was that?
I said, are we gonna have somebody that can operate this?
Manpower.
Yeah, these are easy to operate.
Well,
The
they need
DPW.
manpower too, because they're always so
Yeah.
shorthanded.
Yeah, I know he's interviewing for another person again right now.
You know, I just, if we're gonna buy it.
Have somebody use it.
We want it
Yeah.
to get used by our people and not have to hire it out again with like.
Well, that would be
A lot of other
that would be the
things.
DPW supervisor's role, to make sure that it gets used and get the work done, wouldn't it? Yeah,
The concern, so
Mm-hmm.
it's done.
especially if he's recommending we buy the equipment, I would hope that he's planning on using it.
Yeah, and not overtime.
Yeah?
I have one question though.
Yeah.
The park has had a lot of issues. I haven't, gone over there to like check out the parking lot specifically, besides
Mhm.
a couple of events that we had, but, is that something that we can use on their parking lot?
Well, on cracks, they've got
Oh, okay.
holes.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, there needs to be some regular patching done over there.
Okay.
Yeah, I was looking at that here when we were over there last week, but they've got some sections that should be replaced. I mean, that's up to them to do, but yeah, the seal coating is mainly for cracks. And
Okay.
absolutely, in the parking lot, but mainly, a lot of this is gonna be bike path work too. Because our roads are mainly done by the road commission, we pay them to do that.
Yeah.
This is mainly our bike paths.
Right.
And our, yes, down there, this parking lot,
Yeah.
yeah, our private facilities.
Okay.
Who did it previously in, past years?
That it
He's
out.
hired it out.
And what was the cost of that, do we know?
I have no idea, to be
I
honest
can't
with you.
remember. It wasn't cheap.
No, it's not
It was
cheap. but
thousands,
Oh.
2,000 at the time. if I recall.
This is definitely a better way of going, though.
As long as we have
but-
the manpower, is my only
Well-
concern.
Yeah.
They're done.
Nice to have it, but, okay.
Any other questions? I'll make a motion to approve the seal coat machine for 137.90 as budgeted.
Board.
Mr. Blackstock? Any other questions? Clerk, please call the roll.
Roll call vote. Trustee Blackstock?
Yes.
Trustee Richley?
Yes.
Trustee Weaver? Yes. Treasurer Hart?
Yes.
Clerk Smith, yes. Supervisor Western?
Yes. DPW pump, we talked about this for quite a while. It costs us like $15,000 to have the company come out every time the pump station goes down, set a pump up, set all the pipes up, everything else. There's times that we don't even use this pump, to be honest with you. They get paid and we don't even need to really run the pump. Depends on how long it's down. This will also double as an intake pump. If the water plant ever has a problem with their intake pumps, we can drop this into the river, suck water from the river and supply the water. So it doubles. I think it's a great purchase. We talked about this last spring, about using ARPA funds for this. So he's finally got around to getting this bought. Over the bid one was actually the best pump I thought, was from AIS Construction, so. You know,
It says that the pump, or it only includes the pump, the hoses and fittings would have to be purchased separately. They don't have like a package deal, or if you
Well,
purchase from them, get a better
talking
deal?
about that too. We're redoing our pump stations, 3 of them right now, as you well know. There's just a regular hookup right there on these new ones where he just needs to plug a short hose in. We're gonna talk about retrofitting all of those pump stations so he can easily back this thing up, throw a short jumper in there to bypass those. So he does not sure exactly what he needs, but he's gonna absorb that out of his budget to do this,
Okay,
you know? So he didn't really need many hoses. If we need to do something at the water plant, we would need to rent those anyway, because you know the distance from the plant to the
Right.
river is quite a bit.
Yeah.
We would rent those,
okay,
and AIS rents those.
okay,
So that's why he asked me, I said, just don't get anything. You figure out what
Okay.
you gotta get, it's gonna be minimal, because we're gonna make it all one type of hookup at the pump stations.
okay,
So that was that, that's why he just didn't bother with that.
okay.
Plus hoses, if you got a bunch of them laying around, you know what happens to hoses.
Yeah.
They're gonna dry rot. These aren't gonna get used a lot, trust me.
Right,
So I don't know if it would ever happen at the water plant, to be honest with you.
yeah,
What's like the average life cycle of this?
This pump will last probably 30 years.
Okay.
At least. They're gonna have to maintain it as far as starting at regular times and then lubricating it so it doesn't dry out, but, you know, it'll last a long time.
Okay.
They're dry prime pumps, so you can't burn them up by not having water go through them.
Okay.
Any other questions? Now to make a motion to approve 57-316 to AIS Construction for the bypass pump, and we're gonna use ARPA funds for this, you guys.
Support.
Support by Mr. Ritchley. Any other questions or comments? Clerk, please call the roll. It's a 3-week item, by the way. He can have it ready in 3 weeks, he said. Which I thought was pretty good.
Roll call.
Oh, yes, I'm sorry.
Yep.
Trustee Ridgely,
Yes.
trustee Redstack, trustee Beagle, treasurer Hart,
yes.
clerk Smith, supervisor Wilker.
Yes. Okay, new business 6, what do we add since I'm,
The
Five-year
Parks and
plan for the
Recreation.
park.
okay.
Yeah. So, this has been expired for a year now, and in order to get grants, we have to get a new one written up, and so I was just looking for discussion to get that done.
That would be up to the Parks Commission, wouldn't it?
Well,
No, not really. I mean,
No?
Parks and Recreation Plan, it's a township-wide plan.
Okay.
It would be a collaborative effort.
All right.
Maybe that's-
Who did that one?
BMJ, I think?
I think it was either BMJ or Wade Trim.
Yeah.
Yep, BMJ.
All right. So you want to
Get bids?
take a look at getting some
Yeah.
prices from people to do this?
Yeah,
Is that a motion?
yeah, I'll make that, so moved.
Right, to submit for quotes for the 5-year work plan.
Okay.
Yes.
For support?
And I query who would be doing that?
Sorry, Cindy, what was
Who
that?
would be doing that? When you say we, are you doing that? Clarify. Checking.
Oh, Mr. Richard might. All right, moved and supported. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? New business 7, UHY.
I guess I just I wanna see us attempt to get a discount for, the tardiness of,
What was the base bid? And I didn't see the invoice this time for extras like we did last year.
That was another thing that I was gonna, because I pulled this up today, from last year, at our September meeting, we had, where we voted on, we actually like voted on it. And so
Right.
it went up from, I mean, obviously inflation, but I mean, not this much, but, 32,785 to, I think my math was wrong, because Cindy sent me an email with a different, I came up with
Let me
51.
clarify that.
Sure.
The invoice that you have before you is the balance of the audit, and all the numbers checked. There's no overcharges on that. There are $7,600 in non-audit assistance, which they provide often as we get through the audit process. Other things pop up that we need professional accounting and assistance. So those were $7,600. You can look back, and over the years, we've had about that.
Yeah, exactly.
Sometimes more.
Yep.
And this invoice also includes the authority audit, which is $13,500. So that $41,000, $13,500 is for the authority audit, and $7,600 is for non-audit support services.
Okay, I got you. So that's, so this thing that I was looking at, that doesn't include the authority audit from last year?
I'm
mean, it's not
referencing
on
the
there.
invoice
Okay.
that's before you, the $41,000 that you're questioning.
Okay.
So we, take the $13,500 out, you're left with the balance due to cover our audit and non-audit services.
Okay, I got you. I still think that, like, just for the base audit, just as an example, I mean, I don't know what percentage we could say, but the base audit's 17,000. We could say 10%, $1,700 back
For being late.
for being late, yeah. Doesn't hurt to ask.
Okay?
So who's gonna,
Ask.
yeah.
I
I
would
would
say,
think it should come from the supervisor
yeah,
if we're gonna go
That's-
down that road.
Wait a minute.
Well, you should, I mean,
Yeah.
it should be,
I will do as the board instructs me to do, absolutely. That's my job. So if that's what the board wishes, I guess we need a motion and a support to do that, but
I'll make a motion to direct the supervisor to contact UHY and request a, I guess, discount, or, yeah,
okay.
to negotiate a discounted rate for.
So we'll hold the check, don't pay them, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay? Is there support to that?
I'll support it. We can ask,
Yeah.
but I would demand.
Right.
If we get it, fine.
You
We
know
don't.
who you're sending, right?
Put your salesman hat on and do your thing.
But
All right.
also make a recommendation that we at least pay them the portion that has nothing to do with the audit.
Yeah.
It's still outstanding, and that was services rendered. I don't think there's a reason to hold up the entire payment to any small business
Right.
if they did the work in a given timely manner. If you want to discuss the audit and ask for a refund on that, that's fine. I would make the recommendation to at least pay the balance of those items that they did do.
Yeah, the extra work that they did through the year with.
The accounting stuff that had nothing to
Right.
do with the audit,
The $7,600.
whatever that amount
Yeah.
was.
13.5.
Well, the sewer and water authority, we had a meeting on that, I believe it was before the end of June, wasn't it? On time? Sewer and water authority?
Comfortable holding up the total payment for the part that they did right.
Yeah, correct. I agree.
Sam, all the. Okay with that on the support? Will you amend your motion?
Yeah.
Will you support that? Okay. Any discussion? Clerk, please call the roll.
Trustee yes, Treasurer Hart?
Yes.
Trustee Gable? Trustee Baxter?
Yes.
Trustee Richland?
Yes.
Trustee Wojciechowski?
Yes.
Can I just make a point? Check was issued on 9/21. Yeah.
I was gonna say, isn't it already gone?
What was that?
Yeah.
The check's already been
It's,
sent.
it's,
You could still call and talk to them
Mm-hmm.
and explain to the board concern and
I'll have a meeting with
that you were
Because
asked to
some-
request.
One other thing, I forgot to bring this up, but it's a long story, but I was looking at the Port Huron Township audit and the county audit for park purposes, but UHY does their audits. They did theirs on time. Did not do ours or China Township's on time, so it's like,
They didn't do
China's
Cockerville's
hand
on
in
time
hand
either.
with us As far as the authority,
yeah,
Yeah.
you go back and forth,
yeah,
so
so.
that would make sense.
I'll have the meeting with them.
I know they
Okay.
had a lot of people that quit, but,
Everybody's got staffing
Yep.
issues right now. We're having the
Mhm.
same thing with our engineers, so.
mhm.
I'll have the meeting. Well,
Okay. Thank you.
So this needs to be amended again then, right? Because you just voted to pay all but 17,000, but it's already gone.
he could withdraw his motion.
Yeah.
I'll withdraw the motion.
Sorry, I didn't think to mention that this is one of those payables that's already
That
been
was
issued.
Richland and Hart. You withdrawing that motion?
Yeah.
Checks are in.
Announcements? Comments? Anyone?
So
You're getting on my last nerve, you know that.
Yep, I'm a gambler today, but, the park budget, was submitted today.
Okay.
There's some things that probably should be cut, and so that's something that I think will be discussed, at a upcoming meeting. Auditing services, we're for sure putting that out?
I've made some phone calls. I've gotten 2 companies that said they cannot accommodate us because they're too busy, too loaded, short-staffed, same thing. So, yes, we are.
Okay.
We may,
Are we advertising it? We need to be advertising it.
Uh,
That's how we go out for bid. Not word of mouth, not making phone
Right.
calls.
we can do
need to put it
that.
out there. It should be on our website,
Yeah, we should do that.
and we should probably even put it in the paper.
Yeah.
It's a legal notice.
All right.
I mean, this is a big expenditure, and it's
Yeah.
very
Mhm.
important, critical.
You
Part
want to
of
take care of
our-
that, please?
What? Putting the ad in the paper?
Mhm.
You're gonna ask for an RFP, that again would have to come through me.
Okay.
Take care of it?
We'll let Cindy take care of it then.
All right.
She has to come up with the,
RFP?
Okay.
Okay.
But just to let you know, the principal has requested a meeting with you, Vern.
What's that?
Scott has requested a meeting with you, so you'll want to follow up with him
Okay.
as well regarding the next year's audit. He's
Mhm.
already contacted us about it and wants to discuss it with you.
All right. Well, I'll be discussing that along with the discount.
Yeah.
But if you would like to make a motion to pursue that, just, you'd have to do
Do
that.
you want to do that at next meeting, or?
yes.
Probably, yeah.
Let's put it on the agenda, and
Yeah.
I thought we already,
I thought we did.
We'd like
I thought we
discuss.
discussed
There
it,
was
yeah.
nothing
we
in it.
didn't do a formal?
There was nothing
I was
official.
thinking,
Okay,
I called 2 of the people that I know.
okay.
And then one more thing, Bryson Lane. I got a phone call, I didn't return the call today, but, they were asking, I went down there like a week or 2 ago, they graded it again, which it's in a lot better condition, but once, they want more gravel put on there, if that's possible.
Mike's working on that.
Okay.
Yeah, he said he was gonna go down there just to make him happy to get the grading done, but he's
Yep.
planning on putting more gravel on. He's
Okay.
just super busy.
'Cause just-
And he's our only person to
You
do
know, Is
that.
that the second time they graded though?
That's
That
like-
is the second time they graded, and
That's what we've been
it's a lot
asking
better
for.
now.
No,
But
that's
they
probably
said-
the
but they
fifth time they've graded that road this year.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But we do need gravel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This
We-
is probably my second or third time I've asked for gravel. That's our responsibility on that road.
Mike,
It's our road.
Mike's taking care of it, he says.
Grading is not
Working on
gonna
it.
be enough. We've
The o-
always maintained
The
it.
only other thing, so with that being a township road, is that the only township road that we have that's not
That
paved?
is correct.
Okay. All right. That's all I got.
All right,
A couple things. Anybody else?
you cool?
Nope,
Go first?
all set.
I would like to request or get your thoughts about an electronic sign out in front of the township hall. I've noticed Casco Township has one, China has one. You put your meetings on there, public hearing, you know. the
Gotcherville just got
picnic,
one, too.
Anything going
Uh-huh.
on, it's a way for people driving by to
Yeah.
just get more information and be more, oh, that's happening, or, I mean, I think the last time we.
You want a
priced them out-
flashing neon sign?
I do,
out front.
was probably 10 years ago, and they were like $10,000-12,000.
To compete with the
at that
church right here.
time. So I'd be afraid to even ask what they got now, but,
They're pretty expensive. Cotcherville just got one. We used ARPA funds, though. I don't know how much we have
oh,
left. Mhm.
do you recall how much theirs was?
I want to say in the 30s.
30?
Yeah, it was, well, ours is pretty big, though. Yeah. It runs on Wi-Fi and all that, and then you have to have like one computer that's dedicated and because
It's a communication tool. I
Yeah.
thought it was professional, and I feel like we are very progressive here.
yeah,
I think it's.
there are different sizes you can get too.
You guys wanna check it out? I mean,
So that was just a thought I had, put that out
I
there.
got enough on my plate.
I can get information because, I mean,
Okay.
the main company, they have workers around here too, and it's pretty much everybody gets the same sign from the same company.
This is just food for thought.
Ours is pretty
It would be
big.
good on this next thing.
They do
I'm
have
gonna
different sizes.
propose, just as an idea, that we consider a recording secretary for some of our boards that are very important with zoning, planning. We need to have the minutes for all the boards, public meetings, in a timely manner, within 7 days. They are drafts until they're approved by that board. However, I think it's very important that we have a consistent format and they be done in a professional manner. I think it's,
You're saying you're not professional?
in some instances, they're not complete and accurate, and it's gonna cost us money in the long run, and I just feel that minutes should be in a timely manner and be
Right.
right. And for instance, I'm just gonna,
So do you take like a recording of this meeting and then send it to someone to do the minutes or what?
not this minute, I'm here.
All the other
for minutes.
meetings.
Okay, but they do a recording and then you just send that?
They don't do a recording.
No.
It's not my,
You have someone there to
Notes
take that?
and,
yes, there's like a secretary.
Mhm.
There's a, a chair and a secretary, and,
I thought we
could
had
put it out there
discussed
and
this
see which
before.
boards would be open to that,
Yeah.
if
I
there
don't
are
think you're gonna get, I
couple.
don't think you'll get an issue from any of the boards. If you wanna supply. if
I
you
wouldn't
wanna
Yeah.
supply-
They'd be happy for that, I would think.
Right.
They would have.
The issue is that years ago, we used to have a little tape recorder, because we were never videoing other movies. We still don't.
Mhm.
The little tape recorder went away. We never had a separate party that took notes at any of them, whether it was ZBA, Planning Commission. We've now since started on the ZBA, I believe, other than the last meeting. Prior to that, we had somebody recording. I don't think you're gonna get pushback from any of the board
Okay.
if you want to supply office staff to take notes.
Yeah.
office staff, or even an outside person, maybe so much per meeting. I know Ira
Yeah.
Township does have a person that's not an employee. They attend, you know, whatever meetings the township wants them to attend, they get paid so much per meeting, it's not by the hour,
Right.
to do, you know, do the minutes, whether come in here and type the minutes, or do them at home and email them in, or, and I would like to see that the board gets a copy of the draft minutes, because sometimes the ZBA doesn't meet for a year. So
Right.
those remain a draft until that time, and then I've heard from some of their members, they can't remember what happened a year ago, so whether we need to maybe suggest, maybe they meet and approve their minutes, you know, within a 3-month period or something, just so everything's current and,
Right.
Did they review the minutes online and approve them? From the meeting?
You'd have to have a meeting.
they could,
Yeah.
well, they could,
Did
wouldn't
they
be able to
approve the
approve
minutes
them.
online from the meeting, like the following week? Is that something that could be done?
They'd have to have. a
They have to
meeting, I think.
meet, yeah.
I mean,
They have
they
to have
could
at least
review
a
them
quorum.
online,
Yeah.
you know.
But they have to meet
Yeah, 'cause
and
I
vote
get it, They may
on,
not
Right.
meet for a long time again, but
yeah.
Right,
Mm-hmm.
just a thought, something to think about,
I'll find out if
becoming
we
a
can find someone to do that then.
more important than
Yeah,
ever.
I think we had discussed it once before, and there was, I can't remember which board it was, and they said, yeah, we don't have time to participate in the meeting and take the notes, and they actually asked if we had office staff that would come to the meeting to do it, and,
It was planning commission.
yeah,
I just should record them all.
but I mean,
That's not foolproof either, because
No.
sometimes you go
No.
back to play it and you can't
hear
understand
it.
what they're saying,
Right.
or it's not coming.
no, I
We've
mean,
been down there
seems like a
before.
good
We
idea.
Tried that process,
Well, find out.
Put it
if
on
there's
the
someone
next
else to do it then.
Agenda,
yes.
yeah,
Maybe the next agenda, put that on there.
Check it out.
because we'll have to,
I'll pull
budget
the
the
boards
item
and say, hey, what do you
as
guys
well.
think about this? Are you up for this?
Find someone who can do it.
Okay. That was all I had.
Okay, that's it?
that's it.
All right. I have just a couple comments. We're working back again now on the water main project. Contractor has returned, as long as he thought he was gonna be gone.
Good.
We've had some issues in the township, most recently a water line that was, you know, we're connecting, disconnecting water services for houses. A lot of people will have unapproved water services. Sprinkler line, it's not approved water line for their water service. We just recently had an issue with a customer on Meisner Road, and it's been ongoing for a while. Basically, the line delaminated, and he's getting chunks of this stuff, and the DPW worked with him for 2 weeks on this. He was not happy, but he had to replace his line. It turned out it's an electrical conduit that was used for a water line.
Oh, boy.
A plastic black with a red stripe on it, but and they're frustrated with us that, well, we caused it because we disconnected and connected it back up. And it's basically because, well, it lost pressure when it did, it collapsed. And
Yeah,
I want the general public to know, you need to be responsible for your water and sewer lines. When you buy a house, most people don't know, if the water comes on and the toilet flushes, they're happy, but be prudent. We're talking thousands and tens of thousands of dollars for replacements on these lines. And we're having these issues now because we're coming across them. Our DPW technically is not supposed to rehook up a line that is not approved.
right.
So
Compromises the whole system.
it's gonna get worse before it gets better, public, because
Yeah,
if your line's not an approved water line, you may not get hooked back up. So keep that in mind. I know we're doing work on our water mains, and that's our job. Your job is water and sewer service to your house. Whether you inherited it, or you installed it when you bought it, or installed it while you owned it, that's the issue. So we will work with you best we can. We can supply contractors to take care of that, which we did in this case, but it is your responsibility. It's hard to hear, but I'm sorry. That's the way it is. So, and that's all I had.
I just have one little more quick question. Do you know when they're going to patch the roads, North Lawn, Clover Lawn, and Shady Lane? Coming off on 29.
To finish them, yeah.
It's
They
like
have
you need
curbs.
a,
They had curbs to do down there last week. I don't know if they did them. I haven't
They
been down
did.
there. Did he do the
Curbs
curb?
went in.
All right, well, they'll probably be doing them shortly then. They topped the one down here at Record.
they're bad.
Yeah,
They're really bad.
Well, they base them back in and then they wait for the landscaping, restoration work, curbs, that stuff, and then they top it, so. But they're back in town, so there you go. We got some concrete work that's gotta be redone too on Point Drive, but
okay.
anyway. Anything else? If not,
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Support?
moved and supported, all in favor say aye.
I
Aye.
Opposed? Thanks, we're adjourned.